What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. I always heard third time was a charm. Well, this is like the fifth take, from getting a phone call to people driving up in the driveway to crying kids to another crying kid. But anyway, got a couple stories for y'all. A few years ago, I was at a house in Meridian doing some work for a business owner in Meridian, and we're doing full height splash. This backsplash was large. It was like 8 foot by like 24 inches. So it was about a 500-pound piece that we're going vertically against the wall with, in between walls and in between cabinets, and it was cut tight. We set it up there and just literally shoved it in. 4 guys shoving that thing in, scrubbing sides, scrubbing them in the top and bottom. So we get it in there, and Michael and I are on either sides, and we start jacking it up and getting it into place. And we had 2 guys in the center holding it, just keeping a hand on it, make sure it didn't go anywhere, which we said multiple times it wasn't going to move. And Michael turned around and grabbed some shims, and the 2 guys that were supporting it turned around as well. Well, that piece all by itself fell right out. Fell on top of my shoulder, kind of pinched me against the cabinet. Thankfully it broke, so it wasn't all the weight sitting on top of me. So a bruised shoulder for a couple weeks was the extent of that, thank goodness. But then today, Alex and I are hanging an external door, and it had some trim and a window in it. So I took the trim off, trying to get the window and the trim out on the other side, and it wasn't budging. The thing was in there. It was in there tight. It was glued in. So left the trim off, and about 30 minutes later, it fell right out, all by itself. I guess the wind blew, but it fell out, hit the ground. The moral of the story is, guys, things are extremely unpredictable. You can bet on something not falling or coming loose or whatever, and it's going to happen. You just can't trust in it. But the truth that I wanted to give y'all today, and these videos are short, but these are some pretty serious, uncertain times. We can't really trust in anything right now, worldly. To be honest, to be truthful, I still feel like we're in like a twilight zone. I'm off of work for 2 weeks, thankfully, still getting paid. But it just feels weird. Every time I'm off work, I'm sick or something abnormal, like a holiday. And so still adjusting to that, still getting used to it. But guys, we have a God that is completely, we can trust in wholeheartely. Romans 8:28, we know things are going to work for the good of the ones that love him. And guys, he knows what's at the end of this. He knows what is 6 months from now. He knows what is 9 months from now, and he knows what is 24 hours from now. He knows what this virus is, but for the ones that worry, I'm not a huge worrier. My wife is. That's the trust that we can have in. That's the trust that we can bank on, is Christ is with us. His gospel is just as true now as it ever has been. People need his gospel now, just now as if ever. And these are some vulnerable points in people's lives that they're looking for answers. They know what they're trusting in is not backing them. They know what they are. Things just aren't good for some people. I hate it for them, but they have the wrong answers sometimes. But guys, we know the true answer. We know the solid answer. We know the solid rock. That is Jesus Christ. So I hope the rest of y'all's week is bright. I hope the rest of y'all's week is good. If you're out of work, I'm sorry. I'm praying for you. I love you guys. See y'all.